let me introduce myself again. I am Ahmed Omara from Biotech Leadership Team. We are looking forward to hear your story today. And yeah, can you please tell us more about yourself?
Okay, my name is Simran, and I graduated from Centennial in 2018. I did fast track biotechnology postgraduate diploma. So I already had a biotechnology degree from from India. And soon after I graduated, about in 20 days, I landed my first job. That was with Pinty's Delicious Foods in Oakville. And it was a QA technician job. And I used to do the graveyard shift there. So I didn't mind it actually. I had a couple interviews scheduled. That was the first interview I gave, and I got the job. So I was happy with it. And it was quite challenging initially because I used to live in Scarborough at the time, and the job was in Oakville, and I didn't have a car. So I would take the transit, and sometimes I would do the 4 a.m. shift, so 4 a.m. to noon. And it was really challenging to get to Oakville from Scarborough in public transit and reach at 4 a.m. So that's how it all started in 2018. And then I moved to graveyards, and I did graveyards for a little over a year. Again, it's really challenging. I moved closer to work after a month, and I would start 11 p.m. until like 8 a.m. And my main tasks were like looking after sanitation. It is a ready-to-eat poultry plant, so it was CFI regulated. So there was CFI on site all the time. That was another thing that was new to me because it's quite intimidating as a fresh graduate to deal with CFI on a daily basis. But I think that it also helps you to boost your confidence, and you learn, and you don't your fear of dealing with a regulatory person kind of goes away, and you become more confident over the period of time.
That's great. Let me just double check. You landed a job after 20 days of your graduation.
Yeah, actually my last exam, like my I remember my last exam was in April, like end of April. And I think May 18th or May 20th, I started the job. So I started applying right after my tests, and I was literally just going by any job opening that I saw online, and I was looking in my fridge, like all the food companies that I could see were local to GDA area. I was like, I don't care. Like I can keep applying no matter what the requirement is. You'll land somewhere. So I just started applying blindly here and there, and I landed this interview. And there was another company I had an interview scheduled with, but because I got this job, so I was quite satisfied.
All right, that's tell us a lot. How it's just can't. It's my next question is like, does your background or Centennial at least hands-on skills on the Centennial helps you to thrive in your company? Help you to start at least?
Yes, I mean, we had professors who would kind of guide us to, how do you apply for jobs? What do you look for? But when I started applying, I was like, you know what? Doesn't matter. I will keep applying wherever I see an opening, and I'm sure I'll land somewhere.
All right. So what skills you learned at Centennial College helped you to work or adapt to new skills easily in your job?
More than technical, I feel more transferable skills were what helped me because, you know, technical skills you will always be trained on site for the specific job and the work site. But it's the personal skills I feel that you carry that really help you grow in your career, get a job. I mean, you should be flexible, you should be open to adapt to different environments, open to different shift timings. Like honestly, like if someone was rigid in timings, like, oh, I don't want to do graveyards, then I would never get that start, right? Like I would never get that kick that it's okay, it doesn't matter, it's night shift, that's fine, but I'll deal with it, I'll do it. And then you actually learn a lot when you do graveyard shifts, like personal level and professionally both. Like there, it's really challenging, but you get to learn a lot, especially because honestly, like in manufacturing facilities at graveyard shifts, there's no management per se. It's just like a couple people from supervisory team and here or there. So you only have a very limited team at night. And if anything goes wrong, then you have to make up a decision on your own.
Oh, that's
So
that was not easy.
no, initially it was not very easy because you're new and you don't know like if the decision that you're making is the right decision or not.
All right, I get your. Oh, I think it will not be easy for us to. I'm just trying to explain to the students here. Is it easy to really land a job after the graduation, or do we have to put a lot of effort to get that?
I feel you definitely have to put a lot of effort. Like when I have some graduates who sometimes ask me like, how did you get a job or how do we apply or we're not getting a job, all I keep saying is like you have to be more flexible with your research. Like don't be specific to an area or timings or anything. Like keep applying. It takes efforts. Like it's not that easy that you just apply in a couple of places or as per your convenience and you land something. But to start somewhere, I think you grab what you get and just go with it.
That's great.
That's my personal opinion. Honestly, people could be picky about what they want, but I feel if you want to start your career somewhere, don't be picky. Just grab it, grab that opportunity, go ahead with it.
All right, it's very good advice. I personally will do that.
Thank you.
So, what like this is the second question for you. What skills have you used most since you graduated?
Um, Skills like technical wise or other like personal skills.
Both.
Technical skills, I mean, mostly it's computer skills, Excel, and other computer skills that you require. But otherwise, I feel more useful are the personal skills because when you start somewhere, it's your personality that really stands out. Because there could be 10 people who are graduated from the same university on the same from the same subject, same major, same minor, whatever, same degree. But it's your personality that stands out. It's your, activeness, it's your reactivity to things that really want someone to pick you over 10 other people from the same college or university from the same diploma degree.
So when you say personality, can we break that down to people to understand, like what exactly employers are looking for?
Well, employers are looking for someone who's adaptive, who's flexible, who's open to try out different things, or who's open to do different things without being very limited to, what you're expected to do. Like a lot of times I get appreciated at work for going out of my way and doing something for someone. Things like those, like that is not a part of like per se your job requirements, but you do it just because you want to help someone or you want to learn something. So that's something that should shine and that should outstand when you're giving an interview.
Great. Um, you were a co-op student or no?
No, I was not.
Okay. So now your advice would be very valid because the question is, if somebody doesn't have a co-op opportunity and a lot of student does not have a co-op opportunity,
Yeah.
how can they? I think you're coming back to the same question, like how can they, without any prior experience in Canada, get to convince an employer that they are good to go, even without experience?
I feel to get to land an interview again, like just keep applying. Don't be picky about what you're looking for. There's a wide variety of industries within food. It's just not like one kind of industry. There's like so much. Sometimes it's more like a desk job. Sometimes it's more on production floor tasks. But don't be picky about what the requirements are. To start somewhere, we gotta just go ahead with whatever we get, and that's what we need to land an interview. And then for you to convince the employer that you're the one, I feel you should have a strong resume, and also that how you present yourself in front of the employer really makes a difference. I mean, if they ask you, I was asked questions like, oh, I when I landed my first interview, I was not really asked a lot of technical questions, but I was asked questions more about adaptability, right? Are you okay to like lift weight? Are you okay to work nights, or are you okay to work alone in cold environments, and things like those? Or if you have to weigh some, like I had to weigh 200 pieces of chicken every week, so are you okay to do that? So you have to be okay to do new things and to do different things. And yeah, I mean, just the confidence that you will be able to do it, and you will do it. Learn, you should be a fast learner. Things like those will really help someone to get a job.
Right. That's very fine. Very informative, to be honest. Next question will be like, what have you learned in the industry that you wish you have learned in the school?
Well, something that I wish I could have learned in school was more to navigate within the industry, right? I started with the meat, ready to eat meat plant. I'm working with a dairy currently, and I started a consulting and food safety entrepreneurship last year. So just to navigate your way throughout that circle, like what suits you the best? Does a bakery works best, or a dairy, or meat plants, like what, or beverage industry? That is something I wish we learned more in school, because we learn that now that okay, there's so much variety and you can go in so many different ways, but how to get to which point, right? Because each one of them come up with their own challenges. A dairy would have their own challenge, bakery has its own, meat plant has its own challenge. So more specific things in order to like what challenge, and how do you navigate through that to understand what do you like the most and where do you want to go.
Did you apply for any more certification after the graduation?
Yes, I did HACCP certification. So I got my HACCP certification maybe 3 years ago, couple years after my graduation, and I did PRC certification. So I have a couple certifications, but all of them were after graduation.
Um, that asked by employer, or you decided to take them for your career growth, professional growth?
The HACCP one was by my own self, but the BRC one was by my employer.
All right. Do you advise people to students to take that certification?
Yes, I mean, if you want to grow, you HACCP and allergen certification or internal auditor certification. All of these are really important for someone to grow from like a QA tax job profile to a HACCP coordinator or a QA manager.
Okay, can you please rename them again so I can write it down?
Yeah.
So HACCP is
So
I know HACCP certification. What's the other certifications?
allergen
Al-
certification,
Allergen, yes, and
and then internal auditor certification.
internal auditor certification. That's for food industry, basically.
Yes.
Okay, all right. Uh, well, the next question would be, what advice do you have for a new graduates?
I feel never stop learning, never stop willing to learn new and different things, because even at a job site, you learn for the next 1 year after starting a new job. You just learn, pick up on things, and then I feel after a year is when you actually start doing your job. Until 1 year, you're still learning about the process, the facility, your job requirements, and all of that. But also that don't give up too easily. Keep trying, keep trying harder to get a better job. Don't get too comfortable in your current position. It's good to work in a place for some years, but then keep looking to get better, keep looking to grow in a place or in a different company. Even for to apply jobs, don't stop don't apply in 5 places and stop. Keep looking actively till you get what you want to get. And to get a start, again, don't be very picky. Uh just grab the opportunity you get and go ahead with it.
Right, but you personally start applying before even you graduate, isn't it?
Yeah, that's true. So I started like after my last test, I started applying for jobs. So I was not like officially graduated at the time. I did not even have my work permit, to be honest, at the time. And I was so confused, like, can I even work full time because I don't have a work permit? I just finished studying, so I had my study permit. But then I figured I could work because now I've officially, finished school. So yeah.
Well, that's impressive because I know a lot of people just waiting to finish their school, and after that after their graduation, they get their papers, they'll actually start applying. But I'm personally looking to apply from now, even. Even I still have a year ahead of me, but I'm just applying. I was just applying for a company, like a part of a co-op,
Okay.
as a co-op student. Yeah.
Yeah, I
Uh,
feel, and it also keeps you up with the practice of interviewing, right? Like a lot of times, if you get out of the habit, you kind of like get into a comfort zone and you forget like how to be in an interview. So I think this also helps you to prepare yourself for an interview.
if may I ask, probably most of the question in the interview will be like soft skills questions, or they will pick up the technical stuff and ask you about it.
I feel majority of the times it's more soft skills questions because technical wise, like on a basic QA technician level, you will always be trained for the site specific requirements, but they need someone who's flexible and who's open to learn different things so that they can pick up and they'll be open to do things that are required for them to do.
All right. Um, I think this is all the question I have for now. But if you want to add anything more, you have any comments for our students, please feel free to add it.
um Well, I just want to wish everyone good luck. And also, I personally also do consulting for students for fresh graduates. So I go by Assured Food Safety Consulting on Instagram, and we have a website as well. So if you go on there, you'll see our services that include consulting for students and then just working for different companies if they want help with their HACCP program. We will also be starting to train students and certify students on HACCP certification. Soon, maybe by next month, we will be eligible to certify students for HACCP as well. So if someone's looking forward for any consulting for getting a job, or if someone's looking forward for a HACCP certification, they can contact us on Assured Food Safety.
Absolutely. I would share this information with everybody.
Thank you so
Could
much.
you please send me your website and your LinkedIn accounts, and that your company
Yeah.
your LinkedIn account, and I will post it for our
Okay.
students. Of course, it's a great help for them, and yeah, we're looking forward to see. Now I see the success. You just started as QC, and now all the way up. Auditor, and now consulting student, fresh graduates. That's
Yes.
impressive, to be honest.
Thank you. Yeah, I started as a QA technician. I'm working as a HACCP consultant right now. So I moved my way up, and I also thought, it's a good idea to help other graduates because it gets confusing and gets a little too um, frustrating, to be honest, because you're trying and not getting a job, you don't know what you're doing wrong, and you're like, I need some navigation. I need someone to show me the path to how to just land a job or land an interview at least, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Do I need any industrial experience to get HACCP certification or starting HACCP consulting service?
For consulting, yes, but for certification, you don't need any experience per se.
Do you think it's better to have this certification, HACCP certification, before applying, or I just wait till I apply and I work in a company, then I get it?
I think it's better to apply, work in a company, and then sometimes companies also do pay for the courses. And then you also kind of relate to what you're being taught in the class. because it's different when you've never been in on an industry level and you've never seen how the industry works, and then you do a course and then it's not very relatable. Personally, I feel that if you've been in the industry, you've seen how it works, and then you go back and train yourself, then you kind of relate, okay, that's what this person is saying, this is what they mean.
All right. So it's better to just after I land a job, I start doing it. So I can
Yeah,
rely, I can rely on what they're saying and
yeah, it's better to
on the
yeah.
plant.
Yeah, that's true. You can relate better, to be honest. Like, otherwise, it's just like vague information, right? Then you don't know what I'm talking about, and you're kind of confused that, okay, I think this is what she means, but I'm not sure if this is what she means.
All right. All right.
Yeah,
That's really good. I thank you very much for your time.
thank
I
you.
appreciate it, and I think all the students will appreciate that. And forgive me, this is my first interview experience, so
No
I'm not sure.
worries. It's all good.
I'm not sure how it went. So
No, you did well.
all right. So thanks a lot, and
Thank you so much. Thank you for your time. I will make sure to email you all the details. So if you get a chance, you can share that as well.
yeah, absolutely, we'll share that for the student. Probably you'll start getting emails from them soon, and yeah, all the best.
Okay. Thank you so much. Have a good day. Thanks for
You
your
too. Have a
time.
good day. Bye
Thank
bye.
you. Bye bye.